Welcome to Fucm Friday. This is Mose with Nigga You Need to Know News. Now I'm just going to give a recap on the shooting that happened at Timberview High School. And they stated that the young man did turn himself in, as I stated yesterday. He will be facing charges. I hope that that his lawyer get him off on self-defense, because they have a whole video that shows why the young man actually went the route that he did, because he feared for his life. Now, the young man that he got into the altercation, the one that was beating him up real bad, he's in intensive care right now. And I was listening to the video because I got the video on YouTube. Well, it came across my YouTube feed. And it's sad to say that I don't care what nobody say. The parents know. You have some of these parents that are just hood and ghetto. They know their kids be stealing. They know their kids are literally bad. I don't think the young man was bad. I just think that it was some things in life that he wanted. He was angry because he didn't know how to get them. He didn't know how to go to another person and say, hey, I need this. How do I get it? How do I get a job? Now, to be honest with you guys, there's a lot of children out here that parents are well off and that do take care of their children. Now, you also have the other children that their parents don't take care of them. And so what's happening is they becoming angry. They're becoming bitter because they don't know how to get to the next level of life. And it's sad to say that the curses will continue, because if your mama dumb and her mama was dumb and her mama was dumb, it takes only one person to change that curse. They're just like, if your mama was a hoe, her mama was a hoe, you're going to have hoe tendencies. But that child might be like, you know what? I don't want to live the life that my mama lived. I don't want to live the life that my father lived. And what I'm trying to say to you guys, start talking to these kids. Start getting them to open up to you, so we don't have to deal with stuff to where it's a self-defense situation, and people trying to look at it as, oh, well, he shouldn't have brought the gun. Well, from my understanding, the baby got robbed twice. Help me to understand it. And I'm thinking it's the same person, because he didn't go after anybody else. Pay attention. He didn't go after anybody else. He went after that young man that beat him senseless. And then I read a comment saying, because I said he need to pick on somebody his own size. And then somebody going to say, oh, he was his size. Let me tell you something. When I mean by pick on somebody your own size, I mean somebody that can fight back. See, but people don't understand, they won't pick on a person that can fight back because they scared they going to get their ass whooped. That part. No, he picked on somebody that don't bother nobody, that deal with his own situation and circumstances. He stayed to himself. But then when he pulled out the gat on him and he busted cap in his ass, no, everybody want to go into an emotional uproar. No, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. So stop painting a bad picture to look good. The news does that all the time. Now, let me move on to some other topics in the news today. So I want to talk about dating. Dating in 2021 has totally changed. It takes us a lot to get out and to start dating. And some people using apps. Some people going old school, just, you know, hey, how you doing? Can I get your number? Or, hey, some people just sit at the bars and just, you know, just sitting by themselves and hope that special person will come along. Well, what I'm learning about dating is, because I done got back in the dating game, and it's a little bit more challenging. However, I kind of upped the stakes and started dating a different type of men instead of dating the same men that cause me heartache and pain. And ladies, what I mean by this is something for the ladies, and men, you can take this for yourself as well. We have been conditioned to be a certain type of people. That can be family history. It can be the people that you hang around. It can be the things that you see on TV, because you want this glamorous life when it comes to a relationship. Guys, you got to just be yourself. And the reason I'm saying this, I have standards, right? I have standards to what the man that I want to be, but he don't know my standards. I know the standards that I want in a man. And I have met men that I thought that was above my pay grade. And if you don't understand what I mean, let me explain to you. I had men that were so intelligent, so eloquent, elegantly put together to the point where I wasn't where I needed to be in life. And ladies, the reason you keep coming across the same knuckleheads is because there's a part of you that want to grow, but you don't know how to grow. Men, there's a part of you that want to grow, but you don't know how to grow. How do you grow? Well, you got to break down the old things that you were taught. Some of you guys were taught to just run from one woman to the next woman to the next woman. Ladies, you have been taught to run from one man to the next man to the next man. You have to deal within yourself. Because some of you guys are laying just to get a nut. Come on, let's be real. Won't you tell that lady that's what you want? That's real talk. Now, when it comes to the ladies, a lot of you laying down, opening your legs, thinking that man is going to treat you any different. And this is like the first or second time after you date. Now, to the ones that like to have sex on the first date, that's cool. It's some people out there that do that. I understand that. But if you're trying to get a wholesome relationship, guys, it takes reconditioning. I'm going to be honest with you. I had to move to another city to reconditioning myself. Because the old city that I was in, I kept doing old things. I had old habits. And it was making it a challenge for me to get out here in the dating game. I was bitter. I was angry. I was mean. I was dating a lot of narcissist guys that was selfish and inconsiderate. And I had to take that into consideration with myself. Even though I wanted something better, it wasn't my time at that time. And so what we'll tend to do is we'll wait. And we'll keep putting people through problems and situations, not knowing it's a different man, but the same symptoms. You never dealt with the problem. You're just dealing with the symptoms. So now that I'm just speaking for myself, because I can't speak for other people. So now that I have grown to a mature place in my life and I know what kind of men I want, now I get to date the men that all women say, oh, I want a successful black man. Oh, I want a man with money. I want a man with this. I want a man with that. Guys, you're chasing the wrong things. That's why you can't get the man that you want. I don't go out and I don't tell. The reason I don't have standards like that I want a man with money or I want a man that has a house, has a car, has all this stuff. Because when you start putting a standard on the type of man you want, you start making your circle a lot smaller. Instead of making a broad circle. Because a lot of you ladies, you want the finest man that walked the earth. He got to have a pocket full of money. He got to have nice cars. He got to have a big house. He can't have no kids. However, you got 5 kids. You live in the projects. You own Section 8. You on welfare and food stamps and you can't defend for yourself. That's not evenly yoked. So you got to understand the balance. You have to balance yourself. Once you start balancing yourself, then what happens? Then your life will start balancing itself. When you go to the grocery store, for example, you go to the grocery store, right? You always go to the frozen food section and pick up a frozen dish, right? It's because you're making it simple and easy for yourself. Sometimes you got to change your patterns. Sometimes you need to go buy a package of meat. Then you need to open it up. You need to season it. Why am I using this method? The reason I'm using this method because it takes a process. See, when you start seasoning the meat and you put it on the grill or you put it in the oven or you sear it off, it has flavor. Baby, you need, in other words, in 2 words, I'm just trying to get you to change your flavor. Get you to change the way you look at life. Changing the way that you can be a better person. Guys, it takes time. It took me 3 years to get to this point. To where I can actually date a man that's successful, that likes to travel, that likes to do things. It's totally different now compared to when back in the day when you was chasing certain stuff. I never been a woman that chased money. Now, a lot of the men that I date have money. But guess what? This has always been my motto. It's not my money. So the same way I came, most likely be the same way I leave. And why am I saying this? Because a lot of you women on here chasing money because that's what's been put in your forefront. However, if you have your own business, if you have your own skill sets, if you have things that are just for you, you can have those same things. And the man that comes along is going to add to you. Ladies, remember, and men, you too. Remember, this is not 50-50. Stop saying it. This is 100%. 100. You want a 100% woman. Ladies, you want a 100% man. Why would you want a man that's 50-50? He could be half empty. He could be half full. It's the psychological path that sometimes they use to have us to gear ourselves to the next level of life. But I just want you guys to know that there are so many components to dating. It's so many components to learning how to love. A lot of you guys dating for love. Guess what? You got to love yourself before you start dating. Because you're going to get hurt. You're going to get mistreated. But at the end of the day, you got to continue to build yourself. And I just want to go over there with you guys because some of you guys don't understand that love is something that's conditional, which means you have to condition yourself every day to learn how to love, to be loved, to understand love. A lot of you guys have been reared in broken homes. You don't know what love look like. So when a person try to love you, you start pushing away, or you become mean, you become angry, you can become evil. Ladies, I'm gonna tell you this is some real talk. A reason that a lot of you ladies are not in wholesome, real relationships is because the love that you have been taught is not the love that you're given. You know what I'm saying? The love that you've been taught is not the love that you're giving. You think the love that you're giving through your legs, opening up your legs and let this man pound on you for 5 or 10 minutes is love? No. The love that you want is the love where he say, how's your day? How's everything been going? You want something to eat? He hugs you. He gives you a sentimental kiss on the forehead. He does things that you be like, wow, he's doing this because he loves me. But we have been taught that love is something that a man finesse between your legs. And that he just come over when he want to get his rocks off. And that's why a lot of you ladies have children. And it ain't that you don't want the children. You got children by men that you just look into your life right now and say, I didn't even want him. You didn't want him then and don't want him now. It's about a condition, guys. So, hey, in life, we got to learn how to condition ourselves. So don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid of change. Because I heard ladies talking about, I don't want to change. Well, keep staying the same and you're going to keep dealing with the same pathological jackass people and dudes. This is in your work life and in your personal life. And another topic I want to go on is food. So a lot of you guys don't know I'm doing this vegetarian thing. The reason I'm doing the vegetarian thing, because first of all, I need to hear the Most High. Second of all, I need to be able to understand what's going on. And I'm tired of being tired, exhausted, sluggish. So what I'm saying to you guys is I eat meat, but I don't eat it often. So in my house, I have nothing but vegetables. So when I go out with family and friends, if we go to a restaurant, and a lot of times these restaurants do not sell vegetarian meals, what I'll do is I will eat what they're eating. And so the reason I'm saying this is because, guys, it's time to change your diet. Your life has been going a certain way and you're trying to figure out why you got all these illnesses from diabetes, congestion of heart, water gain, all these different illnesses, bipolar, depression. A lot of this stuff come from the things that you eat and you consume. They won't tell you that. Now, meat, let me just make you aware with meat. So, is it okay to consume meat? Yes. But also in the Bible it says you need to, you eat but choose the cud. So, what it means choose the cud, it has 2 stomachs. So, that's the type of meat that you should eat. You should eat stuff that has, not a split hoof. If you don't know what a split hoof, a pig has a split hoof. A rabbit has it has a paw, so it is split. So you don't supposed to eat those things. You don't supposed to eat fish without no scales. That's catfish. Catfish, and I think it's swai. It's another fish, but it's from the catfish family. Those are bottom feeders. We don't supposed to eat that. You don't supposed to eat crab, lobster, crab, lobster, and shrimp, because those are bottom feeders. And shrimp is related to roaches, crabs are related to spiders, and so is lobsters. So we don't supposed to eat those type of things. They don't tell you that. Guys, a reason why a lot of y'all attitudes are bad or y'all having a hard time processing information is what you consume, what you put in your body, what you put in your spirit. So have you heard the saying, You are what you eat. Well, so let me explain to you. So if you eat a chicken and you know the chicken is a docile animal, a lot of you want to understand why you're passive aggressive. That's why you're passive aggressive, because you're eating things that's docile. You're eating things that are dead instead of eating things that are alive. So like green vegetables is live, oranges, apples, strawberries are live. You got spinach, greens, cabbage, red cabbage. You have artichokes. Those are things that are still alive. When you consume them into your belly, it's still alive. Now, when you consume that, can you consume chicken and stuff like that? Yes. However, it also tells you to make sure that there's no blood in the meat. Why is that? Because the blood contains a spirit. So a lot of you people want to understand, in the Bible, it talks about when Edom had the potash meat and lentil. Potash meat is bloody meat. So if you notice, the Caucasians, the white people, or Edom, or Japan, they eat potash meat. That's bloody meat. Why do they eat bloody meat? Because it's in their nature. But the Most High tells us to cook our meat all the way through. All the way through where there's no blood. And I can tell you from experience, my dad used to be a chef. And he told me that they like their meat, Caucasian like they meat raw, right? So what he explained to me is that them eating raw meat, what they did was eating raw meat, he just wanted it. So he was seared on each side for a minute. So that's 2 minutes. This thick piece of meat, they sear it on each side for a minute. So that's 2 minutes and they put it on a plate. So you know the blood is running. We don't supposed to eat like that, guys. It consumes a spirit. Now, in the Jewish, if you see Jewish community, they got this thing called kosher. Kosher is when the food has to be cut a certain way, Grand Rising, Pretty Dimples. So when so what happens is they cut the animal a certain way. So first of all, I'm gonna just explain to you how this works. So the animal has to relax. The animal has to be relaxed. Now, a lot of these animals know that you're finna slaughter them. Now, guys, don't think these animals are dumb. They're not dumb. They know you finna slaughter them, right? So in this case, with the sheep, I'm gonna just use a sheep for example. So with a sheep, you have to cut the sheep right under his neck, and he has to be hung upside down so that the blood can drain to the ground. Even in the Bible, it tells you when you cut when you cut an animal, the blood needs to drain to the ground. So let's go back. I'm gonna take y'all on a history note. So you remember when Cain killed Abel, right? His blood cried out to the Most High. In other words, every time Cain buried him, the ground kept throwing him back up. See, they don't have that part of the Bible, but his body, Cain kept burying him, he kept throwing him back up. His blood was crying out. So what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, when you cut, even with your animals, because now what we do is we pour the blood down the sink. But the saying is still the same. You're supposed to go put the blood, even if you already got pre-cut meat and there's blood still there, you have to go pour it outside. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things with you guys about the young man. The bully is now in the intensive care. He's fighting for his life. Dating. The dating pool, guys, is bigger than what you think it is. But because you're small-minded, you're dating a small realm of people when you can be dating a plethora of men. Ladies, when I mean it's men that I be hearing, oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. Stop looking for a certain type of man. Ladies, stop looking for, men, stop looking for a certain type of lady. Y'all want these ladies with these big boobs and these big booties and these faces. But what's interesting about these ladies, guys, now y'all don't get plastic surgery. I have not yet to see a man with a plastic dick that's way down to where his ankles is. We haven't seen it. It would be nice to see. But the reason why I'm saying this is because y'all don't do stuff like that. But you got ladies out here that are changing their bodies. And then you marry this lady. And then she had these kids. You be like, damn, why these kids ugly? Why these kids don't look like you? Because that's not her. That's not the real her. So now you're dealing with the lady that was being fake. Now you're angry and you're mad. Guys, it's okay to deal with women that have natural beauty. What you might consider ugly to you might be beautiful to the next man. Because see, remember, the Most High look at the heart. Men look at the body. We kind of look at the heart too. We look at what you can give us. What are the attributes about you that make me want to cling to you? What makes me want to submit to you? Men, you want to know why women don't submit to you? We don't submit to a man that cannot lead. A lot of you men do not know how to lead. You're leading with your dick and not with your mind. So what I'm saying is, you want a woman that look like this, but she can't cook, she can't wash dishes, she don't wash clothes, she don't do nothing. She only thing she know how to do is lay on her back and holler to the top of her lungs until you bust a nut. And I'm just gonna be real about that with you. Now, but you can get a woman if you know how to lead. You'll lead the woman. Okay, so here's her struggles. Here's her insecurities. Because I'm telling you guys, I dated a man. I'm confident in the lady that I am. I dated a man that had confidence, but his confidence started to dwindle. Why did his confidence dwindle? His confidence started to dwindle because there was no other women that he was seeking after. So his body language and his mind started to change. And what happened was, it started to make me insecure about who I was, because he started saying sly shit. Oh, you don't do this. You can't cook this way. You can't do this. You can't do that. It wasn't that I couldn't do those things. It was that his interest in me had changed. He didn't want me anymore. He wanted somebody else. So ladies, if you want to know why you become insecure when it comes to a big man, you want to understand why you so uneasy, is because he have found interest in another woman, and he don't know how to tell you that, but he's showing you in his actions. So always pay attention to a man's actions. And men, stop paying attention to what these women look like, they body types. Because I promise you, it might be good for a night, but it ain't going to last for a lifetime. I promise you that. Because the same thing you chasing, another man is chasing the same thing. And whoever got the biggest pockets is who she going to run to. Real talk, because I'm seeing it right now. Now, last, but I got something else. I want to talk about the Sabbath day as well. But last that I just want to recap on is your diet. Guys, change your diet. The Most High, the reason of a lot of us are being buried right now is because you can't hear the Most High. Why you can't hear the Most High? Because of your diet. So y'all taking this Jesus juice because they telling you, oh, this gonna help you live, this gonna help you do this gonna help you do that. Don't you know my daddy done had had the Jesus juice twice. He done survived both of them. Just with the changing of his diet, with taking vitamins, with eating certain foods and things of that sort. And sometimes the Most High if the Most High have to give you the Jesus juice to get your attention, he's trying to get your attention. Now, have I had the Jesus juice? If I have, I don't know, because I never had any symptoms. I never had any symptoms. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, a lot of you guys have an immune system, and the antidote and the antibodies in your system that is actually fighting the Jesus juice. And they know that. So what they're attempting to do, they really want to know, to be honest with you guys, they really want you to take the Jesus juice to see how your body react to it. But not only that, they're trying to put you in the covenant with the dark side. Because we are in the end of the days. Normally I talk about volcanoes, but today is Fucm Friday. And that's when we're going to talk about some fuckum shit. Because I can get you guys' attention. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about the Sabbath day. A lot of you guys don't know this is one of the days that we should be resting. On the 6th day, the Most High rested. Listen to what I'm saying. Sabbath day, on the 6th day, he rested. Right? So, this is what happened. They changed our information in the Bible, so it actually go by days. Everybody think that the Sabbath day is from Friday night at 6 p.m. to Saturday night to 6 p.m. Now, that's how we worship because that's what we know. However, because it goes based on dates, the Sabbath day can be any day of the week. However, we were only taught that it's on a Saturday. But you have to do your research. You have to go in and do some intensified research to understand what the Most High is telling you guys. So, I just wanted to leave you guys with that. But Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. is the Sabbath day. I'm most likely, the objective is not to do a video on tomorrow and start making this not a tradition, because this is part of our history. This is part of who we are. Just to continue to try to keep the Sabbath day. If some of you guys can, it's time to convert over to being a Hebrew Israelite. A lot of you guys don't know, or you're not really aware of what Hebrews are. We don't celebrate anything on the 7th day. That's the mark of the beast. For you guys that don't know, the mark of the beast has been here. You just don't know that you have been included in the beast. Christianity is the mark of the beast. You guys might not know that. I hate to hurt your feelings. I hate to break your soul. But the mark of the beast is Christianity. The man has sought out to change the days and the time. So he has made a 7th day. It wasn't no 7 days. It was 6 days. And the Most High rested on the 6th day. So why am I saying this? It's because it's time for us to educate ourselves and get in line. The reason these volcanoes are going out, because this world is finna turn into the lake of fire. Why is that? Because he said in the end times it will not be water no more. Excuse me, it will not be water next time but fire. So he done told us. So why the eruption of these volcanoes? Because the Most High is setting the stage for the end of the world. Now, I'm just walking you into the process. A lot of you guys probably want to know, well, where do you find this information at? How do you know we are talking about this? Go read the book of Jubilee. It's not in the Bible because they took it out. Go read the book of Jubilee. You have the feast days that we're supposed to deal with. We have the Passover. Excuse me. We have the Passover. And with the Passover, that's where a man, see, and that's the thing. Because we're so out of order, guys, it's a lot of women, single women out here. Some of you guys are Israelite, and some of you guys are following the path of the Most High. If you are doing that, I must tell you this. If you are doing that, please send me a message, because there are women out here that needs to be governed by a man. Now, listen to what I'm saying, man. I'm not saying to start polytheism where y'all start marrying all these different women. That's not in the Bible. What I'm trying to say is a woman needs to be under a man of leadership. See, when you learn how to lead the people, see, it takes one man to lead. When that man lead, then the other men are going to start connecting to you that are leaders. Now, the women that are willing to submit to the leaders, see, because what you men don't understand, women submit to leadership, not just some raggedy guy because she want to be taken care of. No, men, we submit to leadership. I am a leader, so I'm going to submit to a man that is a leader. That's how it rolled. Now, I heard some man out here, I had a dude that I was dating, he tell me this all the time. He said that you don't do what I tell you to. Listen to what he's saying. You don't do what I tell you to. You always want to do what you want to do. That's not leadership. That's controlling. You want to control somebody. Men, no. Women are like that too. But men want to control. No. You need to learn the difference between leadership and controlling. When you learn the difference between leadership and controlling, then you'll get an understanding. Then you'll be able to lead. A lot of you men don't know how to lead. Y'all go to these churches. That is not a form of leadership. That's a form of control. Athletes are a form of control. Commentators are a form of control. They have not showed any type of leaderships at all. In every situation that we get in, look at the outcome, guys. Martin Luther King, the walk. What is it? Y'all walking non-violence, but you're getting your ass whooped. That's not a form of leadership. That's a form of submission. That's a form of control. They just need to know how much control that they have in order to be able to control the masses. Now, when you get a couple of leaders and you see, and they be like, dang, the girl, man, how they make a good couple? Because he's leading his wife. Man, you still have to lead your wife. Man, you still have to lead this relationship. The relationship ain't always about love and having sex and doing this. And I'm tired of hearing guys say stuff like this. Look. Hold on. All right. So, man, I'm tired of you guys saying stuff like this. Oh, you're not the one for me because you're not the one for me because you don't behave. You're not the one for me because you don't do this. You're not the one for me because you don't do that. Let me tell you something. Every man that you come encounter with, ladies, every man you come encounter with, they have to teach you who they are. Men, every woman you come encounter with, they have to teach you who they are. So if there is teaching going on, which means that I'm going to tell you who I am by my actions and how I carry myself. Same with the men. So ladies, if you want to avoid a lot of stuff, watch how the man leads. It's gonna cause you from going down the wrong path. Now, I give you an example. I'm dating a couple of guys. I'm hanging out with some. Some gonna be very good friends in my end, and one of the guys gonna make me his wife. Now, the Most High put me in a situation this time. He put me in a situation to where I have to learn this guy. Why do I have to learn this guy? Because first of all, he's above what I'm used to. You know what I mean? He's above the type of man that I'm used to. And I'm just telling you from experiences. These are my own experiences. And I'm going to tell you so, ladies, you'll have an understanding. So, when he was talking to me, he was so elegantly put together to the point where when he talked about a lot of stuff, it doesn't involve, he never said anything about sex once. He travels all the time. He's over in another country right now. He's over and the dude, he has big dreams. He's buying houses in other countries. He's very well put together. He knows different types of martial arts. And you be like, damn, is he white? No, baby. He's black. He is a black, well put together man. How did I meet him? I met him on a social site. I met him on a dating app. But we just never connected. But however, we had a chance to connect. Now, what the Most High is finna take me through, he's starting to pull off the old layers of who I used to be. See, you remember how I was telling you in the beginning, how when it comes to a man, that a man is a leader. Or ladies, you talking about you want a certain type of man, you have to change you. Now I have come into a position where I won't change. Now, sometimes I'll step back, I'll date, or I'll hang out with one of my old friends just to see how much I have changed. Sometimes you got to go back to what's old to understand what's new. But with this young man, guys, you talking about mind blowing? To the point I'm like, dang, I want to learn more about this person. I want to learn what makes this person the person that he is. What is it about him? Not one time he did anything to make me feel bad. He made me very comfortable. Ladies, a man that want to be with you, he's going to make you comfortable to be in his presence. A lot of these men make you so uncomfortable and they be like, man, she ain't called me. She ain't did this. Ladies, it's the same way. You make these men uncomfortable, they won't call you back. You know what I'm saying? So he put me in a position where now I have to learn. Now I have to put down what I was used to and what I know and go into what I need to know or what's going to make me the better woman for him. Now, ladies, when it comes to I done dated all kind of guys. I done dated guys that have been married, that are divorced. And, those are the kind of guys that normally don't want to be in a relationship. They just want to use you and abuse you. But what they fail to realize, karma is a mother. Why am I saying that? Because everything that you do to people is going to come back. And I'm not the same person. I can go around guys all the time. And a lot of time I tell men this. Ladies, when you start to change, it's okay to tell your exes when they call you back that you are not the same woman they met before. See, me, now I'm dating. I'm doing what I want to do. If I'm occupying a man's time and you're not my man, I'm going to pick up my phone for that other guy. Why is that? Because I pick up my phone for my guy friends because I'm not in no relationship. And if it was a guy friend, me and the dude I'm with, he will know our relationship. So he would never have to be insecure about the woman that he dates. A lot of you men and a lot of you women are insecure because you don't understand. That's where communication come in. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. I hope you guys enjoy y'all Fucm Friday. Because me, I'm like, fuck the job. Fuck this lifestyle. Just fuck it. I want something new. But anyway, that's my 2 cents in. Peace. I'm out.